I just got this off of Amazon not too long ago, and this is one of the newer multi-tools that is sort of interesting that they've gotten in stock. This is a multi-function knife, 8-in-1, and I think the brand name is Caresolve. So I wanted to show how light this is. It comes in around 2.9 ounces. And then when I move this over to grams, I think that's grams right there, we've got somewhere around 82 grams. So this is a very light multi-tool. So some of you really like lighter multi-tools in the pocket, and it has a very nice pocket clip right here as well. And there are some features on the bottom. This comes in around $23. It's got the flint rod, and then I know some people don't use these ferro rods. This isn't really flint, it's a ferro rod. So with these, you have to obviously scrape off the black part for it to get sparks. And then there is a whistle that is fairly loud. I won't assault your ears with it, but that comes in on the end of this as well. So this could potentially prove to be a unique camping tool. So then you push down this button and you get the knife, and you get the serrated blade. Well, not serrated blade, but it's just a straight edge knife right there. More of a Tonto design, I guess. And then these handles are actually fairly comfortable. I don't feel like the pocket clip digs into the hand because it's so compact. And the knife actually is fairly easy to handle. And then when you're done, you can go ahead and snap that into place, and then it locks so that you can't accidentally bring it out. And then we've got a couple of tools on the end right here. And I believe, there we go, we have to push in the button for these to unlock. And they do sort of chip your fingernails if you're not careful. And then you've got this can opener, bottle cap lifter as well. And right here we find on the box where it talks about this, and you see it says a screwdriver, and actually they just call this a bottle opener. So I guess it's not technically considered as a can opener. All right, so it almost looked like that was designed for a can opener, but maybe not. All right, so let's go ahead and push this button up here at the top, and then it unlocks this. And then if we're careful right here, there we go, we should be able to unlock the wood saw, which is a little different. So this is a little bit more recessed, a little bit harder to get out of the spot. So we've got the wood saw right here as well. Now I have to say that it's a little bit small, definitely not a huge saw, so probably not as effective as some. But you do have a saw blade as well. So you've got the saw blade, can opener, screwdriver, you've got the knife, and then you do have this flint and the whistle, and then also the pocket clip. Now, essentially what I think this is a SOG Baton. And I forget if it's the E1 or the E2, but I think that's essentially what this is. But this is a little cheaper version. A lot of the SOG Batons are now maybe up to $100 each or more. So they're very expensive because they've been discontinued. So what we're seeing is some overseas brands essentially bring the design back since SOG got rid of it. And that's what this reminds me of. Now, one of the issues I had was the pliers slipping back into the handles in the plier version, not in this version. So I got the Swiss Tech version with the pliers, and I had some issues with it. But on the knife version, it doesn't seem to have that issue because, again, the handles break apart and you hold them like this. And so there's no slipping back and forth. So there doesn't seem to be an issue that way. So I feel like this is actually one of the better baton models right here. So, and then there we go, lock it back in place. So this is the Swiss Tech version of the baton. I think it might be the 4. And this one right here is the plier-based version with the bit driver. And one of the issues that this version had was that this handle just has tendency to slip and slide all the time right back into this position, sort of blocking the usability of this tool. So that's one of the biggest drawbacks I had of this version. And so the bit driver actually was ratcheting, which was really cool. I thought that was a really unique design, but unfortunately it was just let down by the plier version. So again, a little bit bigger and bulkier, fairly long. Now compare that to this version, and this version is a lot more slimline. It's not, again, it is a fairly long version, so it does come in about 6.5 inches long or so, but it's not let down by that same sliding design, because you grip both handles and the knife doesn't slide and go anywhere. So I do think this version is actually a little bit more effective. The materials, again, don't seem to be extremely high quality at all by any means, but it is a little bit more of an effective design. So for $23, I think it's not too bad of a deal. It is a little bit more of a novelty item. I don't feel like the knife is extremely well made at all. It seems like it's a little bit of a cheaper quality, but it definitely does have a unique factor, and I think that's sort of cool. Let me know what you think. Is this something that would really interest you or not?